Guys, my name is Tasnim from tasnimtiasha.edu. I will try to upload videos of and about English as a subject and as a language, how to use it, its terms, usages and styles, etc. Please ignore my sore throat as I am suffering from slight cold, and please stick to my lecture. This is my very first YouTube video, as I said earlier. Now I am going to analyze the title of the movie Devdas and the two spectrums within which the whole storyline evolves. These two criteria actually sums up the title analysis of the movie Devdas. One is class distinction and the other one is concept of Das in the name Devdas. The title itself is self-contradictory, so let me continue by analyzing it further. It includes random scenes from the movie and I will correlate it with the class distinction and the concept of Das. The whole story or the story narrates or portrays the facts and realities of society, how people are bound in class distinctions and as well as in following the norms of the society. The story sent forth and represented three classes of society: bourgeoisie, middle class, and proletariat. Shahrukh, Aishwarya, and Madhuri, respectively, are the celebrities who portrays the class distinction beautifully, whether they like it or not. Class distinction is very much clear among these characters, and the movie revolves around it simultaneously with love and denial. There are a lot of scenes that properly describe it. These are when Devdas's mother insults Paro's mother and questions her position, and how could she dare to give proposal about marrying Dev and Paro. In these lines, I would like to discuss that Devdas's mother is very much concerned about class and class distinction, as she belongs to elite class and Paro's mother belongs to middle class, so there is no chance of marrying Dev to Paro. The class distinction is very much clear in it. Another scene is when Paro visits Chandramukhi. Chandra hurriedly comes invite her, and Paro denies and insults her. Here we can see class distinction again. The class distinction that happened here is Paro belongs to middle class and Chandramukhi belongs to proletariat class. Basically, she is a prostitute. So it is very much insulting to Paro herself that she visited a prostitute in search for Dev. Kaushalya throws away the thali of Shagun, auspicious, and insults her of being gimmick and denies the proposal of Dev Parvati's marriage and says she and her daughter Paro is not the type. Here, as the first point, Kaushalya, who is Dev's mother, throws away the thali of Shagun, which is their auspicious thali according to the culture and tradition, and insults Parvati's mother as gimmick or notanki, the word she used in the movie, and insults her that Paro and herself cannot be part of their family because they are not of same class. When Aishwarya Parvati enters the brothel or body room, she addresses Chandra as the wife and also says she is very much cunning besides of being beautiful, and asks her with grimace if she is Chandramukhi or not. Chandra in reply says people call her Devdasi or Devdas. Here we can see the uh, uh, analysis that Chandramukhi herself considers or the people around her considers as Devdas. Here again we can see that Paro asks her whether she is Chandramukhi or not, in spite of knowing that she is Chandramukhi, and asks her with grimace, actually with disgust on her face. The disgust actually comes out of, again, the class distinctions they belong. As Chandramukhi is a prostitute, Paro is not very much interested in having conversation with her, but she is bound as she is searching Devdas in the body house or brothel house. The main complexity I found is that in spite of class distinction factor, the title is itself self-contradictory. As I said earlier, which is Devdas. Is Paro and Chandramukhi are two das of Dev. In a sense, both of her are crazily in love with him, and none of them could could not get out of it and Dev as their lover and get Dev as their lover sooner or later. Excuse my typing mistake in the line. In a sense, both of her. I missed the word of there. Excuse me and pardon, please. Second question is Dev is das to restrictions of the society? Third question is, or Dev is das of Paro, of and about Paro, as in a sense that as he didn't get Paro as his own, he left everything instead of evolving or involving. His presence in the movie deteriorated and finally he dies. Is he or his love das of Paro? Or Paro is das of society, her mother, her husband, or her own self-respects? These questions still remains among the audiences, if not all but few. Now I would like to discuss about the questions I have entered here. First question is Paro and Chandramukhi are two das of Dev? Yes, in a sense that they are both crazily in love with Dev, but they could not get Dev as their lover sooner or later in the movie. Also, they couldn't get out of the sense of denial from Dev himself. Therefore, their thinking about Dev and about their love for Dev remains as thus of Devdas himself. Is Dev is a das to the restrictions of society? Yes, because Dev is the major or prime victim of restrictions of society that comes from his mother, his father, his family heritage, and also from love and denial he receives from Paro. And the last question is, or Paro is the das of society, her mother or husband or her self-respect? Yes, Paro is das of society and her mother and her husband and her own self-respect, because Paro couldn't deny her mother's proposal of her being married to or getting married to a old man instead of Dev. She could have denied to get married to a old man and marry Dev. but she couldn't deny the fact that there is self-respect remaining under all things. So she becomes does of her own self-respect as well. So I hope I cleared out the concept as much as I could. The as I could. Words we have learned today and its meaning: bourgeoisie, aristocrat, elite people; proletariat, working class, relatively poor and poorer; the wife, prostitute; grimace, facial expression usually of disgust and disapproval. These are the meaning of words which you may find hard to understand. So that's all from me for this video. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for future uploads. Please, as this is my first video ever, pardon my mistakes and stick with my lectures as well in future. I would like to upgrade myself in future. If you enthusiast, if you help me to grow, and it will give me enthusiasm to do better. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.